I speak in a manner gentle and tender. Every 5th of November, allow me to say, the UK celebrates my mates.
Guy Fawkes Night, I speak in a manner bright.
Of this fact, let's not lose sight. It's also called Bonfire Night.
Of boredom, I hope you're not on the brink of this night when most children think,
Fireworks displays that amaze.
and big bonfires are on their mind, but digging deeper, we gradually find
Of history a lot, to speak I ought.
behind this night of bonfire to explain is my earnest desire.
I speak without a hint of vexation. This celebration
Marks the anniversary, I speak in a tone gentle very,
of a plot, to speak I ought.
to blow up the Houses of Parliament, a patient ear you always lent.
In 1605,
This is what we derive. To speak without doubt I ought. It was called the gunpowder plot. My child, my baby, my pal, my friend, my gem. The attack was planned by a group of 13 men.
I gently murmur, young they all were.
By Robert Catesby, they were led. Allow me, please, to go ahead.
This was fact number 1. I speak in a manner rather glum.
Now we come to fact 2, in my personal humble view. Says your loving, affectionate, caring mom, on April 13th, 1570, Guy Fawkes was born.
In Stonegate, I think mate.
In York, allow me to talk.
I speak with a bit of a long pause. An experienced soldier he was.
For his country he did not fight. I speak in a manner bright.
But for the Spanish he did fight. To say this would be right.
Against the Dutch, I know this much.
In Netherlands, of course, as everyone knows.
To listen, I hope you care. This is where
He learned about explosives a lot. To speak without doubt I ought.
I speak in a manner I consider rather plain. Guido was the nickname.
He gave himself. Into this we won't delve.
I speak without a hint of glee. Now we come to fact 3.
I speak with a fair amount of ease. The authorities
Discovered 36 barrels of gunpowder on 5th November. I speak in a manner gentle, soft and tender.
below Westminster Palace, of course, as everyone already no doubt knows.
This I had tell you better, tipped off by an anonymous letter.
I speak in a manner sound. Guy Fawkes was found.
In that place precisely, I speak very nicely.
Guarding the explosives he had been, in a manner alert and keen.
I speak in a manner slow. We come to fact 4.
My understanding is such, gunpowder so much,
Would have destroyed the building completely. I impart this information very sweetly.
and caused damage beyond that. Allow me, permit me to add.
We come to fact 5. Let's see what we derive.
In the gunpowder plot, Guy Fawkes had been caught.
John Johnson himself he called. My attempt at speech you've never stalled.
At his arrest, he gave this name. To know this I claim.
To the 6th fact we come. My baby, my chum.
Shortly after that, allow me to add,
Guy Fawkes was taken to the king's bedchamber. To him he naturally posed a real potential danger.
I speak in a manner plain. He was asked to explain.
Why he wanted to kill the king. Guy Fawkes' praises, naturally, no one could sing.
My knowledge I've never masked. Guy Fawkes was also asked
Why
he wanted to blow up Parliament, a patient ear the king lent.
Allow me to go ahead. Here's what Guy Fawkes said. He considered the king a disease. He spoke with a fair amount of unease.
The reason, he said, was, I speak with a pause,
That he had been excommunicated by the Pope, so his dormant motive the people were able to grope.
to the 7th fact we come. I speak in a manner glum.
Under torture, Guy Fawkes was, I speak with a fair amount of pause,
I speak with elegance and grace. It took him 4 days.
to confess more or less.
His part in the gunpowder plot. To speak without doubt I ought.
He gave names of people other, says this loving mother.
Involved in it, of doubt I haven't a bit.
We come to fact 8, I believe, mate.
I speak in a tone gentle and soft very. On the 31st of January.
In 1606 they were all tried. My knowledge I never hide.
Then hung, drawn, and quartered in the old palace yard in Westminster. They had all been proved, without doubt, rather dangerous and sinister.
For UK, allow me to say.
Guy Fawkes awaited his punishment on the gallows. Listen carefully to what follows. He leapt to his death, it seems. This is what one gleans.
He actually died from a broken neck. The facts without doubt you may check.
To say this I have an earnest desire. He wasn't thrown onto a bonfire.
This is taking quite long. The popular belief is wrong.
To the ninth fact we come. My mummy, my chum.
Based on this potential fear, every year,
I mean once, I'm no dunce.
Houses of Parliament are searched still. Of inefficiency there is without doubt nil.
To make sure there are no people. I speak in a manner feeble. Indulging in a conspiracy things to explode. By this time, I'm sure you're utterly bored. We come to fact 10. My mummy, my gem.
I speak in a manner somewhat grim. Guy Fawkes has an island named after him, but that is neither here nor there. To listen, I hope you care.
He had been a menace for UK. Permit me this to say.
I speak with gusto immense. In a sense,
We celebrate, my mate, over evil the victory of good. I speak as I no doubt should.
I speak without a hint of vexation. I obtained this information from somewhere. To listen, I hope you care. Quite a few words might not have been my own. I speak in an extremely modest and humble tone. To do so, I've had the gall. This is a mistake small. I speak without the slightest hint of size. Do pardon me, folks and guys.